DeMarini standard issue, Headbanger Sports exclusive, alloy handle, in-loaded, 26.5, can you see? Maybe not, maybe. In the wrapper.
Take it out.
Be the wrapper challenge today.
Get it.
Boom, let's go. All right, here's the compression on the screen here.
Yep. So this is has a few names on it, but we played with Joel Sanchez up in the Band-Aid, Colorado.
Okay, cool.
Military ball, conference player.
Yeah.
Good dude.
Yeah, big military guys here. Got him, and then got Dustin Roberts and Jeff Roxby also on this thing.
So they were hitting 52 300s, the classic plus ball in Colorado, and they were hitting them 425 feet, you know, in the air there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But it goes. So here we go.
Just doing it, huh?
Just doing it. Let's go.
Just doing it. So hit either me or him up.
Yep.
Got plenty of these left in stock. Headbangersports.com. Let's do it.
I can't believe I didn't mention it in the intro, but I did want to say big shout out to Jason for driving out all the way from West Virginia. He was here in town visiting family. He was about an hour and change commute for me to be able to meet up with him and hit, and really glad he reached out. Big thanks to him for supplying the bats that we hit for this day. This one was a lot of fun to hit, also Headbanger exclusive, so be sure and hit me or him up if you want one of these things. We were at Wapplehurst Park in St. Charles, Missouri. Fences are 305 all the way around. About an 80-degree day. We got out early and kind of beat the heat, but it was starting to get hot outside. This was our last review to film. And as the day went on, the wind actually started to pick up a little bit, and it was at our backs. Kind of crazy, right? About 5-ish miles an hour. Nothing crazy, but you can hear it. I kind of pushed through the mic a handful of times here. Balls are hitting in the video are Evil, Classic M's, and BP Rockets. And there is also a good bit of Deadly Thunder Z and Pro M's in the bag as well. As you saw, the bat was brand new in the wrapper when we got started here. It is a 26.5 as mentioned, in-loaded, and the DeMarinis have never swung heavy. Always been a little bit on the lighter end of things, but not worth going up and outs or anything like that. The in-load was noticeable, but nothing overwhelming. Good combo of drive and control, which is something DeMarini does a really good job of. This one is a two-piece, like all the DeMarinis are, with an alloy handle that's stiff. There's no flex or whip. There's a very direct feel between the handle and the barrel on this one. It is a 13.5-inch barrel, and it had a tight feel to it. Honestly, a little bit of smaller sweet spot to start with, but as Jason is demonstrating for us on this day, it's a matter of living on the sweet spot with these DeMarinis, especially when they're new. He had one hell of a showing with this bat, basically from swing one, and it's just proof that ball striking is king with the 240 in general, and he hit it very well. So just in case you missed it in the intro, because I do know that some people skip the intro, here's this thing on the tester when it was brand new, coming in at 280. And since the stamp change, DeMarini has almost exclusively been testing in the 300 plus range out of the wrapper. But with this new technology they've unveiled on some of their bats, they are testing lower out of the wrapper and from a performance standpoint, breaking in faster than ever before. But my favorite part of the DeMarinis still holds true here. They're holding compression and still hitting great. After the roughly 100 swings we got on this thing, it's only sitting at 275, and honestly I was a bit surprised to see that. I have noticed lately that bat companies have kind of figured out how to get a bat to break in and hit better and barely budge the needle on the tester. This is not the first time we've seen this. And just kind of some overall thoughts on this thing. I really do want to give props to Jason for illustrating what good ball striking can do with a bat like this. Maybe not the most generous sweet spot ever, but he found a way to live on it and hit a ton of home runs with this thing with not very many swings. This bat is basically going to be the red Nautilus that we reviewed earlier in the year with some better loading, which I did feel was one of the things that kept the red Nautilus from being a really good bat. From a durability standpoint, DeMarini does a good job of that. 10 to 10 yet again, and performance out of the wrapper is clearly good as Jason demonstrated here. You have to find a way to live on the barrel until it opens up is the big takeaway here. We know it will, based on what we've seen out of the red Nautilus. We got about 300 swings on one of those, and it was tested around 250. So there's absolutely no reason to think that this bat won't do the same thing and be that much better just because the loading on this was more generous compared to the red bat. If lots of BP, league team bat, and even some cooler tournaments are something that sounds like what you're up to in the softball world, then this has got to be a staple in the bag for you. The more you hit it, the more it'll reward you. And just for comparison's sake, we did hit the HB Vice on the same day, as I'm sure you noticed. If you've seen that video, then you know everything looks familiar here. And we actually filmed a comparison between this bat and that bat right after we got done with this one. So stay tuned to that for a good illustration of kind of yin versus yang here with almost two polar opposite style of bats. Big thanks to Jason for coming out and hitting with us on this day. Big thanks to you guys for stopping in and checking out the video. Be sure to hit me or him up if you want one of these things. Still plenty in stock. We can get you set up with one. Swing hard in case you hit it. BB Hero, catch you next time.
Yeah.
Like that one?
Yeah. Yeah. That's such an easy swing with this thing.
I'll do that.